this video is all about multiplying and dividing fractions, so go ahead and make sure you have your spiral notebook and a very sharp pencil. Remember, we're going to be practicing fractions here. We're going to go pretty quickly because this is a review. One big key vocabulary word you need to know is the word reciprocal. Reciprocal means you're going to flip the fraction upside down. It's the opposite. Instead of 1/2, you have 2/1. Instead of 4/5, you have 5/4. Now the key thing to remember here is if you have a mixed number, you cannot just flip the fraction and keep the 1. You have to first change it to be an improper fraction and then flip it upside down. Okay? All right, that's the word reciprocal. Make sure you have all this information down. Pause the video, and then come on back. We're going to do some practice problems with multiplying. All right, so here are the steps for multiplying, and feel free to write them in your own words or add and delete as you feel necessary. All right, here's the first step. Make sure that you have mixed numbers into improper fractions. You cannot multiply with the whole numbers. You've got to include that within the fractions. You want to change them to be improper fractions first. Okay? In addition to that, if you do any kind of cross-canceling, also called cross-simplifying, that will help you with reducing in the end. And I'll show you both ways today. But cross-simplify if you can. You're going to multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. And make sure for that final step, and this is the new 7th grade stuff, is deciding whether or not it's going to be a positive answer or a negative answer. We are now including integers with our fraction work. So all the rest is the same as what you've learned in the past with multiplying fractions. It's just the last step that might be new to you. Here are 2 examples, and I'm going to work out with you. Go ahead and jot this example down, and then we're going to do it together. All right. Now remember, we want to change any mixed numbers to be improper fractions. Here we don't have any mixed numbers, so we can just keep what we have. Move on down to cross-simplifying. In this case, we're going to look from the 7 to the 4. Nothing goes into both of those. 3 and 5. Nothing goes into those, so we cannot cross-simplify either. So now we're on step number 2. We're multiplying. Straight across, straight across. Multiplying is the easiest to do with fractions. Multiply straight across, and you're done. Let's see if we can reduce. 12 and 35, do they have any common factors? Not that I can think of offhand. All right, and the last step is to make sure it's positive or negative using our integer rules. Remember, when you're multiplying for integers, same signs is positive. Different signs is negative. Okay? So in this case, we have the same signs, so it is a positive 12/35. All right, let's look at the next one. Go ahead and jot it down. That's 10/12 times 2/3. All right, we have no mixed numbers, so we're good there. Let's check on our cross-simplifying. Look, we have a 12 and a 2. Those of you that know how to cross-simplify or are experienced with it or would like to use it to help you with reducing, you're going to look diagonally across. Okay, you've got a 2 and a 12. They both have a common factor of 2. So in your head, you're doing some mental math. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So instead of having a 2 and a 12 there, you now have a 1 and a 6. What about 3 and 10? Do they have any common factors? Nope. So we're going to go straight across now. We're done with our cross-simplifying. Go straight for the multiplying. Straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 10 times 1. And 6 times 3. Notice I didn't say 10 times 2 and 12 times 3. I did 10 times 1 and 6 times 3. Now, is it positive or negative? Do we have the same signs or different? Negative. Good. Now, if you do not like to cross-simplify or it's confusing to you, you do not have to do it. 10 times 2 is 20. 12 times 3 is 36. Reduce that fraction. What goes into 20 and 36? 2, right? Oh, we can do it again, can't we? Oh, and we could reduce that one too. Divide by 2 and we get 5/9. Oh, see, I didn't even realize that. Wasn't paying attention. I'm going to divide by 2 here. we've got 5/9. It doesn't matter whether you cross simplify or not. Some people like to cross simplify ahead of time, some people don't. That's up to you. Notice we do have a negative in either case because we have different signs, so it is a negative. -5/9. All right, let's try some division now. Go ahead and jot down the steps. For dividing, we're going to change any mixed numbers to be improper. Really important first step. We're going to be doing some keep, change, flip. I also have a song that helps me remember the steps, and I'll share it with you in a minute. And then we're going to solve just like we did with the multiplying. Straight across, and reduce. Finally, make sure that you are checking for your signs. Check for positive or negative. That's the 7th grade piece. That's the added piece that's in for this year. Now, the song, some people call it a cheer. Same sign, dividing fractions, don't be shy. Flip the second fraction and multiply. When dividing fractions, and it only works for dividing, try to write this quick. Dividing fractions, don't be shy. Flip the second fraction and multiply. Flip the second fraction and multiply. We're never going to divide fractions, and some of you, I can hear you cheering because I know you don't like to divide. So let's take a look at this example. Jot it down and let's go through these steps. Change any to improper. Well, we're good there. We don't have any mixed numbers, so we're all set. Now you can call it keep, change, flip, or you can sing the song. We're going to keep the first fraction, change division to be multiplication, and then the second fraction gets flipped. I hope that brings back memories from what you've learned in previous years. Cross simplify. You can only cross simplify when you get to this stage. Do not cross simplify before you do the flip. Okay? Make sure you have to do your flip first. Then you can cross simplify if you know how to do that. If not, just go straight across. 1 times 5, 9 times 1. And now, is it positive or negative? Same signs, positive. All right, let's look at the next one. Go ahead and jot it down. And let's go through the steps. Don't have to change anything to improper. All right, let's do our keep, change, flip. Now cross simplify if you like that step or if you know how to do that. Straight across, and finally check. Is it positive or negative? Please, please, please make sure you do that last step. This is a negative and a positive. Different signs, negative. Remember? Different signs, negative. It's the same for multiplication. All right, here's some problems for you to try on your own. Go ahead and jot them down, work them out, and then come on back and I'll go over the answers. And you can see how you did. All right, here's how we do this. Do you remember what to do with that 2? How to make it a fraction? Notice I'm not copying the signs here because the signs really don't come into play until the very, very end. So I'm going to just go ahead and continue with my fraction work and then go back to my integers after. All right, I'm going to do my keep, change, flip because it is a division problem. I'm going to multiply straight across. I can't reduce, so I'm done with my fraction work. Now go back and check. I've got different signs, so it is negative. All right, the next one. Change that to be improper right from the start. You get 72 over 10. This is multiplying, so I don't do any flipping. Remember, the keep, change, flip is only for division. This is multiplication, so we're good. Cross simplify if you can. This one, there's a lot of cross simplifying, right? 9 and 72. 4 and 10. Notice I divided by 9, and then I divided by 2. All right, now I can go straight across, and reduce from there. How many 5s go in 16? And how many left over? All right, now I go back and check my integers as my final step before I circle my answer. Same signs, positive. All right, the next one, improper. That's step 1. Step 2, now we do our keep, change, flip. Now I multiply straight across, unless I want to do some cross simplifying, which in this case I can't do. So straight across, that gives you 147 over 8. And when you reduce that, that comes out to be 18 and 3/8. And yes, I had to work to figure that out. I've already done it off on my own scrap paper, so hopefully you've taken some time to do that math as well. All right, let's check at the integers. Different signs, so it's negative. Make sure you do that before you circle your answer. All right, and then the last one, no mixed numbers, great. Multiplying, great. We don't have to do any flipping, so we can just do some cross simplifying and then multiply straight across, Remember, you're multiplying straight across, not diagonally. Some students make that mistake there. It's not 2 times 1. It's straight across, All right, I can't reduce. Different signs, negative. All right. This has just been a quick review of dividing and multiplying fractions. We'll do some more practice problems in class. See you soon.